What is up, guys? It's the NJB here, and today I'm going to be doing a video just kind of summarizing some of the weekend's football matches and Mondays as well. I will go a little more in depth with some of the bigger games that happened this weekend, but for the most part, I'm just going to be going over the scores of all the biggest teams that I care to talk about in Europe. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first game we're going to talk about is Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Overall, a very poor performance from United, but I think I have to state that clearly they were not match fit. The team had only played one friendly prior to this match, and before that, the last game was against Sevilla in the Europa League. Another problem with the squad was the lineup. Most of the squad was fine, but why did Fusa Mensah and Daniel James and Tom McTominay all start over Wan-Bissaka, Greenwood, and Van de Beek? This is the first game of the season, and the team needed to get off to a good start. Yet, once again, Solskjaer's team planning is weird. I think if you went with the aforementioned players, then the result would have been more in United's favor, especially because Palace did not play that well. I will give them credit for the chances created, but with how poorly United were playing, they should have scored more goals. Either way, United are playing in the EFL Cup on Tuesday, which is actually when I was recording this video, and originally I was going to say that I feel like they should field some more of their players so they can get more game time, and they did. They fielded, I believe, Greenwood and some other guys, and Rashford and I believe Martial as well. So they did, and I think that they're going to play better ahead of the game against Brighton. So Chelsea and Liverpool. All I have to say about this game is that Chelsea just were not on the same level as Liverpool during this match. Liverpool put a lot more pressure on Chelsea and was just better with the ball overall. Liverpool had more possession, 4 times the amount of shots at 5-20, 5 more shots on target, 11 corners to Chelsea's 1, and almost twice the amount of free kicks Chelsea had. Liverpool are still a top quality team they were last season, and now that they have Thiago, I think they will get even better. As for Chelsea, the defense was an issue, especially after Christensen's red card, which made it easier for Liverpool to get 2 goals and win the game. In other Premier League matches, Arsenal beat West Ham by 2-1, Tottenham beat Southampton by 5-2, with Son scoring 4 goals in the game, Everton beat West Brom 5-2, Leicester beat Burnley 4-2, and City beat Wolves 1-3. Now, for the City game, it was a pretty close game, but in an attempt to get an equalizer, Wolves ended up conceding to City in the 90th minute. So it's kind of one of those chances where the coach realizes that, they're losing. If the team scores another goal against them, it's still going to be 0 points, so might as well try and go for the equalizer, but unfortunately for them, it didn't work out. City took the win. If you have watched my top 4 predictions, you know I had a lot of good things to say about United and Chelsea. But despite these opening matches, the opening match for United, but this game for Chelsea, my opinion still stands for the most part. I just might have to update it a little based on Thiago signing for Liverpool. But that's that. In United's case, I think it's just poor scheduling and a lack of match fitness because they didn't have time to prepare for these matches. So now let's talk about some other games in Europe. So I'm just going to go over the scorelines for most of them, and I'll give a brief description of my opinions on some of the bigger games. So, first of all, Dortmund beat Mönchengladbach 3-1, with Haaland scoring a brace. RB Leipzig beat Mainz 3-1 as well. In Italy, Napoli beat Parma 2-0, and Juventus defeated Sampdoria 3-0. The new debutant, Kulusevski, don't know if I'm saying that right, scored a nice clinical curve goal just after Ronaldo was dispossessed in the 31st minute. Bonucci was able to score from kind of a messy situation in the box, and then Ronaldo finished the game off with an excellent finish, which he fired from the right side of the box, and went in the straight left corner, beating the keeper, so pretty normal stuff from Ronaldo. Mbappe was back at PSG, and they were able to beat Nice 3-0. And just skipping over to Monday, AC Milan was able to beat Bologna 2-0 with a brace from Zlatan, 1 goal and 1 penalty. So United is my favorite team in England, but Real Madrid is my favorite team in Spain, and I'm going to talk about them in a lot more depth than I've spoken about any other team I've spoken about so far. Real Madrid finished their first game of the season with a draw, and I can't be too surprised about this. The starting lineup was questionable a little bit because I would assume that Federico Valverde would have got the start over Modric, It was 35 and is quite far from his best. Aside from that, I am happy to see that Odegaard started the game, and two players, Arribas and Marvin, I guess that's how you pronounce it. And they were able to play, and I actually don't even know who they are, so I think it's cool that Madrid are using some more of their younger players. And I checked the stats on, I believe it was Marvin, and he actually came out from the Madrid youth system, so that's good. Now, just like some other teams, I think Madrid was not fully match fit just by looking at how they played, but I think there's a bigger problem that Madrid is not addressing. Madrid was struggling to find a net, yet rather than simply sub off Benzema and use either Jovic or Mayoro, Zidane played Benzema the whole match and didn't give either of those two players a chance. This is something that I've never understood about Real. It seems like players don't get playtime not because they're not good, but because the coach either doesn't like them, or players get to play no matter the situation. This has happened over the years as we've seen a decline with Real Madrid's midfield. Modric, Casemiro and Cruz didn't have the best season the year after Ronaldo left. Even the year he was there, they came like 17 points behind Barcelona. The next year it was even more points behind Barcelona. And we've seen Isco, a pretty talented player, the only one who can actually attack better than some of the other midfields maybe a few seasons ago. The coach that Madrid was using just before they got Zidane back again, I don't remember his name at the moment, he didn't use Isco. Why? He didn't like him, something was happening. Real Madrid just always seems to have these issues. Players just cannot get on the pitch, and I just don't understand why. I feel like Madrid just has some issues with management and player relations. Some players are in love with the managers and they get to play all the time whether they're good or bad. Other players who deserve a chance, who are doing good and we expect to see them play, just don't seem to get that opportunity, so that kind of frustrates me. Now, another thing that's not that great about Real Madrid is that they have not improved their attack or midfield from last season. Now, they do have a chance to sign Cavani on a free, but looking back, when have they ever signed a striker the club knows can and will outscore Big Ben's? It seems like this season will be a rocky one for Madrid, and I don't think that we will beat Barcelona in the league title this time. So this has been my summary of this weekend, and I guess Monday as well with the AC Milan game. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below of some of the matches during the weekend, and tell me what you guys think about the games that I went a little more in depth in. I might do these videos from time to time, mainly just talking about scores or crazy score lines or moments that happened, but I'm probably going to stick more with prediction videos and discussion videos, but we'll see what we do in the future. Now, don't forget to like and sub if you enjoyed the video, and tell me in the comments below what you guys feel about the first game for United and some of the other games that might have went on. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.